Hello family, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Angela, and here on this channel I create beauty, fashion, and lifestyle content, in particular for the woman over 40. As you can see, today's video, it has nothing to do with my regular content. I'm not going to show you any fashion unless you're looking at this shirt. It's an elevated basic. I got this at the thrift store when I was at home in Greensboro. It's really cute. They're little women. See the little women on the collar? Had to have this shirt, and thank God it fit. I don't remember how much it cost. It wasn't really expensive. It might have been like $30, $35. But that's it. I'm not talking about fashion. I'm not talking about beauty. And I'm going to talk about my life, just a little bit what's going on, and the reason for not having a video, a typical video for today. And that is, I really wanted to spend some quality time with my family this week. I wanted to enjoy them because they are the most important thing in my life. And I just wanted to break away from schedules and content and ideas. I just wanted to relax and just really enjoy my family. So I did get some footage of some stuff that I did. Y'all know I'm terrible at vlogging. 2024 is going to be 100% better than 2023. Okay, I want you all to hold me accountable. I did get some snippets, so I will show you the snippets of some of the things that I did this week. And I'll go in order. I have my notes. You can't see them, they're sitting right here. But I have my notes in front of me. And so that's why this is not a typical video. So the first thing I did was I went to a Gabe's basketball game. He plays on two teams. He plays on the basketball team at school, and he has a recreational team that he plays on as well. His mother is the boys basketball coach at school, believe it or not, so I love going to see her. I would say in her element, but she didn't know anything about coaching. She's learned a lot. She's learned a lot though. But I love seeing her with the boys, and I love seeing Gabe play basketball. So I enjoyed that. My husband wasn't quite home yet, so he didn't get to see that basketball game. The next thing I did this week was chaperone 7th graders at the Dallas Zoo. Now, I went because I was with Gabe's group, so it was myself and one of his teachers, and we were in charge of 18 kids, 18 7th graders, 18 of them. And you know, my grandson was there, so you know, he got me. Y'all know what I mean? That food at the zoo was not cheap. He got me. But anyway, I knew it was gonna come. I knew it was coming, so I already had some cash in my pocket. You know, there you go. But that was fun. It was interesting, and the teacher that there was the other chaperone was one of my daughter's friends, so that was really nice. It was really nice sitting and talking to her. It was to see her in her element, because I've only seen her at my daughter's house for events or, you know, little parties or little get-togethers. And so to see her in her element at school in her profession, it was really nice to see how professional she was, and I was really proud of her, even though I'm not her mother. It was awesome to see her working with the kids, and because she's really soft-spoken, but she has a presence. And to see her with the children, how they interact with her, how she interact with them, although she's soft-spoken. Well, I don't know if soft-spoken is the word. She has a very feminine voice, beautiful voice. And so in my mind, I was thinking, I don't know how she's gonna be able to handle those kids, but she handled them well. They seemed to really love on her a lot, so that was really nice to see. And I really enjoyed the zoo. I went to the zoo before with Micah's class. Micah is in 2nd grade, so I went with his class last year, and I got to the zoo. I was like, this does not look the same. So apparently last year we went to the Fort Worth Zoo. This was the Dallas Zoo, and it was really nice that I got to see the lion. She was beautiful. She was majestic. I was just in awe looking at the lion. Honestly, I felt a little bad for her. I felt like there was just not enough room for her, even though I don't know how big a plot they gave her. You know, she had the entire wilderness to roam around in, but she was beautiful. She just so happened while we were looking out the window, because where she was right beside the restaurant, so you could sit inside the restaurant and look through the glass and look at the lion. And she just happened to go up and sit right on the rock and was looking right at us. And I was in awe. She was stunning. She was absolutely stunning. Also, the next thing that had me in awe and had my jaw drop was the hippo. They are huge. I know they look big on television, but they are huge. I didn't get to see a lot of it on top of the water because it was two of them. They were in the water the whole time, underwater, swimming fast. I'm like, I don't understand how something that big can move that fast. No wonder they're dangerous. I think they are one of the most dangerous animals in the wild, but they are humongous. And the terrible IT person that I am, I'm sitting there trying to film. I had like 3 films of the hippo. Probably get a 6-second clip. I don't know what happened to the, apparently I was filming the ground one time. I probably was sitting there like this, staring at the glass. Was so enamored by the hippopotamus, thinking that I'm filming it and was filming the ground. And then another time I started filming and then probably somebody got my attention. Honey, I don't have, I thought I had video footage of the hippo for y'all, but if I do, it's just a tiny bit. Now, here's my notes. So the second thing that I did, so my husband and I met with our accountants at the end of the year for the business. The Angela Mashelle is a business, although it's just, I have on glasses. Why do I have on glasses, you ask? Because I was in there editing the video and realized at 6 minutes and like 10 seconds of my 24-minute video that I was talking and there was no volume. The battery on top of the camera went dead, and I had no clue because I don't look at the little wave line. It's right there. I don't look at it while I'm filming. Won't happen again. Will not happen again. So I'm just go ahead and do this all over again. So where I was at, the second thing that we did this month was we met with, as you heard me say, we met with our accountant. Then we had a little piece of change left over for the end of the year, and I was like, okay, my husband helps me. What am I going to do with this? Normally you should save it. I should have saved it, but maybe not. I decided I was going to take my husband out to a very nice dinner. Now, the place that I wanted to go was this really nice steakhouse, but it was booked because I found it on Wednesday. But I wanted to take him out to a very, very nice dinner to show my appreciation for all the help that he does for me for this channel. So I Googled best restaurants in Dallas, and this was on the list, and it's called The Mansions at Rosewood, and it was a mansion. It was beautiful. Apparently now is a high-end hotel, and there are some places where people live on a part of it, and then we went to the restaurant, and it was by far the most expensive meal I have ever eaten in my life, ever in my entire life. So I told my husband, what do you want, honey? Get what you want. It's on you, whatever you want. And he decided, although he wasn't starving, okay? Remember that, because he was full before the end of the meal, that he wanted to do the 7-course tasting menu. This is my second time doing a tasting menu, and I really, really enjoyed it. I'm not a true foodie, but I enjoy tasting new food and stuff, so I really enjoy that. The only issue with tasting menus is they're quite expensive. And this was no exception to the rule, especially since it's in a mansion It's beautiful. We were sitting inside the restaurant. The architecture was just phenomenal. What did he call the windows with the metal instead of the pieces of wood with the glass? There was metal in the glass. They had a chef's table in the very back where it was a table all by itself. It had curtains where I guess the chef prepares special meals for people that are going to sit at that table. There were conversations going on around us. One in particular, there were some businessmen, and the numbers that they were talking had me speechless. I was stunned. Okay, the food was simply amazing. It was simply amazing. My favorite 3 on the 7-course menu, which included 2 desserts, was the ceviche. It was a red snapper ceviche. It was one of the best things I've ever put in my mouth. The flavors, it was citrus, it had some orange or something in it. It had the fish. I don't know what, it was in some sort of edible, I don't know what it was, it was about big as my hand. It was enough for like 3 different bites. I took the first bite because Ben had a bite before me. When I took my bite, I looked at him, he was already looking at me to see my reaction. And I was like chewing and shaking my head like, what is this? What is this? It was so good. And the second course was, my 3 favorites were, a scallop. It was one scallop. It had some sort of sauces around it. The sauce, the brown sauce, was something I've never tasted in my entire life. I have no clue what the flavor profiles were in that sauce. And I cook. I'm not a chef, okay? But I do cook. It was delicious. I could have had the scallop, like 5 or 6 of the scallops. And then the next course was lobster risotto. And I mean, there were chunks of lobster in each bite. It was simply amazing. It was so good. So we had the meal, we had wine, and of course they bring you bread and some crackers, and I had a drink, and it was just a wonderful lifetime experience, well worth the experience. And while we were sitting there, we heard music, live music, and we asked the waiter where was the live music coming from, and he said, oh, on Thursday, Friday, I think Saturday nights they have a live band, or we have live music. And we went over there after we finished our food, and there was a lady, she was singing and playing the piano, and there was a man that was standing there, he was playing a string instrument. And let me just, before we even got in the building, we pulled up, the valet came out. They came out with the umbrella because it was drizzling. He came out with the umbrella, this giant umbrella, came to my side of the car, opened my door, and walked me and Ben to the restaurant under the umbrella because it was drizzling. As you were walking in, there were heaters on the, whatever you call the thing that covers the front of the restaurant. We walked in, they checked my coat. I want to do it again though. I have never. And it was a beautiful, beautiful experience. And I was so happy that I could share that with my husband. And again, so we had our meal. The bathroom was up this winding staircase at the top. It was beautiful. I always like to go in, if I go to a nice restaurant, I always got to go to the bathroom to see what the bathroom looks like, because most of the time they're just beautiful inside. And so the whole experience was just 10 out of 10. They had some Wagyu, and it was my first time having Wagyu. Don't ever have to have that ever again. And I know that Wagyu has a lot of marbling, a lot of fat in it, but it just, for me, it was just too much, baby. I just didn't like it. I didn't like the ratio of the fat meat ratio. I did not like it. I felt like it was just too much. I guess I'm so accustomed to having a lot of meat, and I like ribeyes. I like my ribeye, a really great cut of ribeye, and I like it cooked medium with my potatoes and what have you. But it was just too fatty for me, and I'm a texture person. So if I don't like the texture of something, I won't enjoy it. And I didn't enjoy that, and I didn't enjoy the foie gras, and I think I didn't enjoy the foie gras because I had just watched a documentary about how foie gras is made, and I was mortified. And I'm accustomed to the foie gras being ground, and I think it was sliced. The presentation was beautiful. Everything was beautiful. When I say everything was beautiful. The plates, I was looking at the plate. I was like, this is, oh my God, it's gorgeous. So the entire experience was wonderful, and Ben really, really enjoyed it. And we were like, we have to do this at least once a year, something similar. Maybe not this expensive, but something similar to this at least once a year. So we decided not do something that nice once a year, but every 3 months, we're gonna have a really, really nice, intentional date night every 3 months for a business meeting. Not just a regular date night, but a business date night meeting every 3 months, every quarter. So, and I'm gonna schedule it. I'm gonna book it ahead of time to make certain that I do it. If I book it, I will do it. So we did that. And then the next thing we did, we went to, I said, honey, let's go to the farmer's market to get some beef, because they have grass-fed and grass-raised beef, and I like that. No antibiotics and all that. So I'm just gonna throw something on. I'm gonna stop doing that, because every time I just throw something on and say we're just gonna run here and come back, we end up going multiple places, and I feel so undressed. I didn't really feel undressed, but I would have dressed a little differently had I known I'm gonna be out and about. So I went to the farmer's market. Instead of being there, 15 minutes, go get a beef, get to the car, we end up being there about 2 hours. 2 hours, because you go indoors and there are restaurants all the way around that you can eat at, and then the outdoors farmers market is covered, and so that was really nice. And went over there, and then we came back, and on the way in, and they do have people that play live music. Every time I've been there on the weekend, they've played, someone was there playing live music. And this time it was a young man. He just made me smile. It just made me smile to see a young man outside hustling. His name is
Walking in Memphis,
Mel Garcek, and I'm gonna say he's between 11 and 14 years old. Okay, he was playing his guitar. He had his buckets for the donation. He had a little scan. You could scan, because I didn't have cash. I'd run out of cash. You could scan the QR code and donate money to him. He was selling t-shirts and hoodies and hats, and I just sat there and smiled at that little boy. It just made me happy, and we sat at the table and listened to him play for a minute, and I'll show you that. And it just made my heart so warm to see that, because kids these days are so consumed by their electronics. They're just stuck to that phone, they're stuck to that iPad, and they're not experiencing life. This young man was in there. I didn't see anyone that looked like they could have been his parents, but it's a very, very safe place. I didn't see anyone that looked like it could have been his parents or a chaperone, but he was just playing his guitar, and he was doing it. He was doing it, and I really enjoy. I love country music, and I really enjoyed sitting there watching him. What's that a sample of? Is that cheese pizza? Oh, I'm not gonna lie. So we did that, and before we went there, we stopped at a place because Ben wanted to get some. He Googled bakery. We ended up going to this place called Place at Tyler. It used to be, I think, a paper factory, and so they've converted it into stores, retail stores or retail spaces. So there was a barber shop or a beauty shop. We walked in, and we're just gonna be. We're not nosy, we're just trying to figure out what's going on. And so we walked in, and Ben, when we walked around, and Ben just so happened in the back, he said, I bet they're teaching jiu-jitsu back there, and indeed they were. And so as we were walking up, I filmed the front of it, but I stopped because there were men that were there, and they had just finished practicing, and I didn't want to invade anyone's privacy. And so I stopped filming that, but there was a jiu-jitsu place that you could take jiu-jitsu, and I think for $120 unlimited times whenever they do the practices per month. And right next to the jiu-jitsu place was a place where you could go and do silks, where they hang the silk cloths from the ceiling, and you can do that. I can't do that because my wing is still broke, because I would definitely do something like that. And on the other side of that, it was a boxing ring. So there were things that you could do. That all three of those sound like fun things to do for me. That's just the type of person I would enjoy taking jiu-jitsu lessons. As a matter of fact, before my rotator cuff tour, I had already signed up for, I think it's pronounced Krav Maga. But I can't do it now because my rotator cuff is torn. But yes, I would enjoy doing jiu-jitsu. I would enjoy doing the silks, and I would really, really enjoy taking boxing lessons. So Ben was really fascinated about all that because he used to box when he was younger. And so we went on through, and we saw a place where you could have a small wedding, and then across the hall you could do your reception. So it was a wedding event type venue in there, barbershop, beauty salon. I think it was two vintage stores. I bought me a cowboy belt to match my boots. Y'all will see that belt this summer with them denim shorts and my boots. And there was a brewery inside. Ben loves going to breweries, and we did a little beer tasting, and I got to see the giant machines where they brew the beer. And there was a place in the back, he said, where they have people that come and do live music sometimes and throughout the year. On the weekends, and then there was an office place on the very end where you could go in and sit at tables and work, kind of like working from home, work retail spaces, which I thought was really, really ingenious. That was really nice. But I really enjoyed that. And went to the bakery. The bread was phenomenal. We had focaccia, and we got the focaccia on the way to the farmer's market, and then I was eating it in the car. I was like, I'm gonna cook some soup tonight. I'll cook some pasta fagioli for the entire family. And so we need to go back and get some more bread because it's probably not gonna be enough. It was sold out. It was all gone. We went back and the only thing she had was 2 chocolate chip cookies left. So it was a place called, what is it called? Oak Cliff Bakery, I guess. And she and her husband bake croissants. They have some pastries, they do a sourdough bread, and they do brioche. And she said they get up, her husband goes in 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and then she gets the children up later and takes them to school, and then she goes in and they work until they sell out Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I was like, that is ingenious. So they get the rest of the week off, and then they have Sunday off with the kids. That's a perfect schedule, except that you have to work every weekend, but the bread was delicious. I would definitely go back at the end of the week and get some more. While we were there walking around, I was walking outside, and we walked past this retail space, and I saw people inside, and they looked, and then I looked at them, and you can kind of make eye contact. I was like, let me go in here and see what's going on. The name of the place is called Coco, and I think it's pronounced Shea, but it's spelled S-H-E-A. They were so nice. They were so, all 3 of them were so nice. There was a gentleman in the back, and we just talked. I think he and I just hit it immediately. But it's a place where you go and you can make candles or you make perfume. So it's like a small event place where I think they hold, he said, up to 8 to 12 people, somewhere in that number. And it's a 2-hour. You can make a candle or you can do perfume. And I bought Shadi a gift certificate. I hope she didn't see this before. She'll see it anyway, but she'll get the gift certificate tomorrow. I bought Shadi a gift certificate because I was like, I am definitely coming back. So I got her so she could come with me. I'm so excited about that. You go in and decide what you're gonna do, and they have a charcuterie board and they have champagne.
Aren't you glad I did?
Yes.
Okay, go on in.
Hello there, welcome in.
Thank you.
Welcome to Coco and Shay.
What is this all about? Can you tell me about it?
Coco and Shay, we are the Roman Dairy Boutique. We specialize in candle making, perfume making, so we created a wonderful experience for you. Provide you all with champagne, signature cocktails, charcuterie boards, so you all get to make your own custom fragrance. So
Charcuterie board?
Chanel has nothing on y'all.
Okay. We're gonna sip and cheat and cocktail.
Yeah.
With a candle or some perfume.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, this definitely sounds like a spice. I feel like I promise you something.
Well, we'd love to have you.
I promise you something. This is. Ouch! I'm proud of her. What's her name again? Holly. Tell Holly I'm proud of her. She is doing that. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna want to do a candle. Ooh, y'all do gift certificates?
We do.
I'm gonna get my daughter a gift certificate
Okay.
for Christmas. I'm gonna bring her back.
Yes, ma'am.
She's a school teacher. She graduated from Johns Hopkins year before last.
Okay, awesome. Congratulations.
And she's in school right now getting her doctorate degree.
Awesome.
So my new name when she graduates will be Mother of Dr. Thomas.
Okay.
My new name.
Queen Mother.
Her calling me.
That's awesome.
But I'm coming back. I'm definitely coming back. I don't know if I'm gonna do the candle or the
Yeah, so definitely, okay, this is the website, and when you can look at the calendar
Okay.
and see what's available. Because each day is going to be something different. So.
I don't want the black thing for my, if I do candle.
She already got
Okay.
yeah.
You up to 8 ladies at one time.
We normally do 10, but we've done in instances where we've had 12 to 15 people.
Yeah, you're like the dinner party or something like this.
We're ready to have fun with you.
Okay, I'm excited.
We did Mashelle Matisse, that on prom.
Her name is Makanda.
Oh, you know Wakanda?
Her name is Makanda.
I love that. I used to work with her all the time.
Did you?
Like 2.5 years.
This is a Christmas gift.
That's
I
sweet.
sent her You know how much giggling and kiki and haha I am going to do when I go in there. I think I'm gonna do a candle. I think I'm gonna do a candle. I have a lot of perfume. I think I'm gonna do a candle. I'm so excited about it. The room was so aesthetically pleasing. It was beautiful. And while I was there, the owner happened to stop by. So it was just a wonderful, wonderful experience. I was really, really impressed with the ladies and the gentlemen that were there, and with the entire building, my entire experience there. So I can't wait to go back to the bakery, get some bread to patronize them and to patronize Coco and Shea. So I think that would be, if you live in the Dallas area and you want something to do with a group of your friends, can you make like a bridal get together or a girlfriend get together? I may try to do something like that. I don't know that many people in Dallas. I know just a couple, but it just sounds like a fun thing to do. 2 hours, you and some friends can just get together and y'all can kiki and haha, and they'll have little snacks and drinks, and then you can make your perfume and make your candle and go on back home and do whatever you to do at home. But it just sounds like a wonderful experience. So I'm really excited about that. So that's what we've been doing, or that's what I've been doing with my family and with my husband. And so that's why there was no video, no content, no regular beauty fashion content today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed my week. I really, really enjoyed having time off and not having to think about content and just spending quality time with my family. As a matter of fact, Gabe is in there wrapping gifts for somebody in my bedroom right now. And so if I won't see you again before Christmas, I hope that you have a wonderful Christmas. If you're having a hard time, or this time of the year brings you heartache or the remembrance of heartache, I pray that God provides you peace and understanding and grants you the strength to get through it. I hope that you get a smile on Christmas Day. And if you're alone on Christmas Day and you're feeling lonely, know that I'm thinking about you, and I'm wishing you the best and wishing you your heart's desire as far as the love and peace. Know that you're just truly, honestly, you're never alone. God is always there with you. And now I want to say goodbye, and I want you to have the most blessed day, and I want you to have the most merriest of Christmas. Bye-bye.
Recording.
Merry Christmas, baby. Reindeer's coming out to play. Santa Claus is packing the presents, making sure you've been behaving okay.
There you go.
Merry Christmas, honey. Yeah. The snowman's dusting off his hat, putting on the show for everybody, to give them a smile that lasts another year. There's something that happens when sleigh bells are ringing, when December ends, when the children are singing, yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas, baby. The snow is laying 2 feet deep. Now wish upon a falling star, so all your secret dreams can come